Hi, I'm Kat, and this is my cat. And I had vertical sleeve gastrectomy on August 8th, 2018. Um, I had a high starting weight, high weight, or my starting weight. I believe it really was my high weight of 370 pounds, and that was my official weigh-in at in February of 2018. So it's February 15th. So I'm really coming up on um, a year for that. Um, so then my program is Kaiser in Richmond, California. And my doctor wanted me to lose 40 pounds before the surgery. I ended up, before I could be approved for the surgery. And I ended up losing 50 pounds before my day of surgery. So it was 320 day of surgery. And as of this morning, which is 25 weeks out, you have a cold, which is 25 weeks out, I weigh 200, bless you, 252.8 pounds, which is a weekly loss of 2.8 pounds. Yay. Which is good. That's 2 pounds. I'm happy. Over 2 pounds, I'm really happy. Are you sneezing? Are you sneezing? This is Kathy. She's being sneezy today. Um, but it means that my weight since surgery, is 60 something, 67.2, yay. And my complete since the beginning of my journey is 117.2. Uh, Luckily, those numbers are kind of easy to remember most of the time. So I have a couple of things that I'm happy about with those scale victories. The first one is that I'm just going to put her down for right now. She's going to jump right back. But the first one is that I have I have a couple different apps that I keep track of my weight. And in one of them, I'm sort of in between where what I want my goal weight to be. I thought, oh, between 140 and 130, because that'll get me down into the range of normal weight. I think it's probably going to be too low for me to feel comfortable at that weight to maintain that weight. But you know what? I'm just putting it as a goal. If I get there, aces. If I don't, I'm okay. But with that as my goal, hitting the was it like a pound or so ago. Um, in one of my apps, I have crossed that 50% mark. So I am, yeah, she's right now. I am 50% to where I want to be. The other app, I am 3/10 of a pound away from being 50%. So I'm basically 50% done, which is great considering that I am just shy. I'm a week shy of the 8th. Let's see. I'm a week and a couple days shy of, looking at the wrong month. Week and a couple of days shy. Like on Friday, next Friday will be my 6 month. Um, my 6 month anniversary. It's not an anniversary, but milestone will be my 6 month milestone. And my program has a class, and I'm supposed to get labs done, but they haven't ordered the labs yet. So my class won't be till the 13th. So I won't. Well, yeah, I'll be able to talk about it on the 13th because it'll be during the day, and then I usually come home and then go to group. I haven't been to group in a very long time, and it's not tonight, it's next week. And so next week, if I go to both group sessions, I'll have like 3 of the 4 Wednesdays, I'll have something to do with my weight program, which will be the most I've done in a long time. Uh, so what have I done differently to lose weight? Not a lot. I'm really sort of this creature of habit, where on Sunday my husband and I always go to Chipotle, and I figured out something, that if you go to Chipotle and you order a bowl and you get steak and barbacoa and cheese, those are three items. It's a three-pointer, and that's cheaper than a lot of other things. Any three items is a three-pointer, and you get a discount on it. Um, Cassie's very happy I'm home. But I didn't realize that at first, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. Because honestly, that's what I get. I get those three things. I eat roughly about 3 ounces that day. I don't measure it because I'm out. I'm not at home. But I am very careful to stop when I feel full. And then my other cat is unhappy. Devin, you know where I am. But sorry. I eat, that the amount of weight, the amount of food that feels good to me to eat at that time, and it's usually about 3 ounces. And then I come home and then I weigh out 3 ounces, and I usually get 3 extra servings. So I get 4 meals out of a Chipotle bowl that's roughly $7. So I'm gonna say that's a pretty good deal. Um, and I only do the cheese instead of salsa or sour cream or anything else because I am not eating it all there. I could have sour cream or salsa. I just choose not to. My program is very big on like eating all your protein first, and you really can't do that if things are mixed. But having said that, I separate it out, put it into dishes, and then I have 3 meals for the week. And this week I actually also picked up some chicken wings. I got 15 wings from Wingstop, and I got their Cajun dry rub and the I want to say garlic parmesan. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it was. God, those are good. And 5 wings is a meal. So I got 15 wings, so I got 3 meals. And I was very happy about that. It's a little pricier than the Chipotle for the same thing, and I don't do it very often, but I'm considering doing it again for lunch because there's a Wingstop near my office, and I'm thinking I might do that for lunch for a meal. But I've tried to cut down on snacks and in between meals, and actually both yesterday and today I didn't have breakfast. I know, like, my program isn't like you have to get this amount of protein in. It just is like get as much protein as you can, and they do want you to eat 3 meals with protein. But I am really I've been doing, because I'm also part of the keto community. I've been doing a lot of reading about fasting and I'm going to say this wrong, autophagy, which is this thing that happens when you don't eat for, I think they say it'll start after 16 hours, but it's better at 24 hours. But like when you're fasting and doing like a water fast specifically, after that amount of time, your cells start looking through the body, and they will start eating bad cells, which sounds weird, but it's like they start like their own sort of cleanup, and they start cleaning up your things. So a lot of people say that helps with with loose skin specifically. So I know I'm going to have some loose skin, and I'm sort of resigned to the fact that I'm either going to just have loose skin or I'm going to have plastics. But if I can get some autophagy kicking in and helping with that, I'm not going to say no to that. I am definitely thinking that's a good idea. So, and I think that if I wasn't a sleeve patient, be careful. If I wasn't a sleeve patient, I would, and I was just doing keto long term, I think I probably would be experimenting more with fasting. I don't feel comfortable doing more than the 8-16, which is I eat in an 8-hour window, and then I don't eat for 16 hours. It's pretty much overnight and a couple extra hours. So I, don't eat until noon, or I don't eat until 1. Um, and depending on when I had dinner. Um, and I'm feeling okay with that. I had done it in the past and I'd gotten used to it, and then all of a sudden I got really hungry. And I'm sort of like obeying my body. And if I'm hungry, I eat. But if I can fast, or if I can just drink some water and see if I'm still hungry after I drink some water and that settles in my stomach, then I'll, then I'll eat. But if I'm not, I'll just keep going. Um, but I always eat. I've always eaten lunch, and I've always had dinner, or I've always had at least 2 meals for the day. So that is what's going on. I'm trying to think if there's any new movement. This weekend was sort of crazy because my car was totaled. I had an accident 2 weeks ago today. And yeah, so my car was completely totaled, and the insurance company came, let me know that. I thought it was the case because when an electric car is smoking, it's not a good thing. And having an electric car and going back to a gas car was not the most comfortable thing in the world. It really was weird. I live in a very traffic heavy area, and having an electric car means I can drive in the HOV lanes, or high occupancy vehicle lanes, which is me. So that's been fabulous. But then not having an electric car means I can't do that, and then I've had to make some trips further than my house, on a slightly different highway, and that's just crazy. So yes, I got a new car, a new electric vehicle that we're leasing on Saturday, and my husband and I celebrated. We traveled quite a bit to go to a place that had a good deal on the car that we wanted, which was a Chevy Bolt. Bolt. I think that sounded like Bolt, but it is Bolt. Um, and uh, the nice thing is, while I loved my old car, um, I had anxiety range. No, I had range anxiety. Strike that, reverse it. I had range anxiety, which means that those cars can only, my old car could only go um, between 70 and 90 miles without having a charge. And I say between, like I give a range because in electric cars, if you have never had an electric car, you might not know this, not all miles are equal. This drove me batshit, because if I was in traffic, I work approximately, well, I thought it was closer to 7, but I think it's closer to 9 miles from my office. So that's my journey. Um, that in my electric car, if it's very trafficy and I'm sitting in traffic and I'm moving little bits, which drives me wacky on its own, um, I I would use 4 to 5 miles of electricity, just because that kind of, I've got a lot of wind breakage, so I'm not getting pushed a lot from the other cars. And then I also, every time you put your foot on the brake or you stop, it regenerates energy back to the battery, which is also great. But if it was perfectly clear and it was straight shot, and maybe it's a little windy and you're driving into the wind or whatever, that same thing could be 15 to 20 miles. So yeah, it's bonkers. What I love about the new car is it actually gives 3 ranges on the mileage. It says min, max. Like, it has the maximum mileage it could go and the minimum mileage it could go, and then what it thinks you're going to do. And the Bolt's guaranteed to do 238. My maximum this morning said 270. It still does, after driving to work and back. But my actual mileage has gone down. So I'm very happy with that. Then I got a huge ass spike in my tire on the very next day, ruining the tire. And Devin, shh, don't know what he wants. He's acting like he has no idea where anyone is in the house. He knows perfectly well where I am. But they luckily the place replaced it, but they were like 40 miles away, so I had to drive 40 miles there and 40 miles back. So now my brand new car. Hello, Devin. So my brand new car, which had 12 miles on it when I got it, now has like 170 miles because of that adventure, like driving it home. Hey, I do not know what's up with him. But driving it home from there, back to there, home from there, crazy. But they did put on a new tire, so I'm very happy about that. Trying to think if there's anything else that's not just random. I have gone through sorting. I've been doing the Marie Kondo clean up on some of the stuff, and you can see my office is still not happened yet, but I did clear out a whole bunch of paperwork and sort that quite a bit. And then I've also done my clothes, and my clothes are this whole new thing because there's so much of my clothes that don't fit anymore, and it's more like more all the time. And I actually have clothes that I'm like, I have to wear this, and I have to wear this a lot because it's not going to fit anymore, and I really do love it, and I want to wear it out. And I actually have 2 t-shirts that I've gone and gotten in smaller sizes because I've liked them so much. Devin, what is your problem? I think I'm going to have to stop and just see what's going on. He's not stuck. I can hear him wandering around, so he's not stuck in something. He's just being a complainer. Anyway, I hope you're having a wonderful week, and next week I will be recording right before I drive off. Oh, and I said I was at 50, and the other thing is I am now 2.8 pounds away from being the weight that I said I was on my driver's license, so I'm actually really happy about that. I'm gonna have to come up like those. I have like my app sets goals for me, and it's the new goal that is set. Like it has milestones, right? I use Verytastic. If I haven't mentioned that on there, it's a really good app, especially for setting reminders for your meals and your water and your vitamins. And you can set all of that in there. But my next milestone, which is my 6th milestone on the 10 milestones that take you to the weight you want to be, is 232. So, I'll be excited at 250, but then I guess 232 is my next thing that I need to hit. But I'm hoping that by next week I will have hit the 250 thing, so I can say, yay, I hit 250. All right, I'm going to go see what's wrong with my cat. Have a great week. Bye.